Hey, it's Patrick from JMP Cycles. Today we're going to throw a little bit of horsepower at our brand new Milwaukee 8-powered Road Glide in the form of an S&S Stealth intake with a mini teardrop cover. Let's take a look at the tools you're going to need and let's get started. So we're going to need a 3/8 drive ratchet, the 6-inch extension, a 5/16 Allen, a 5/32 Allen, a 5mm Allen, a T27 Torx, a 7/16 deep well 1/4-inch drive with a 1/4-inch drive ratchet, Phillips screwdriver, and a torque wrench. So the first thing we have to do is take off our stock air cleaner. We'll pull the cover off, pull our breather bolts off, get it loose from the throttle body, and then we can get to putting the hot rod stuff on. Go ahead and take our Torx bit, we're going to pull our filter off, and then we'll work on getting our breather bolts out. Now that we got the stock air box off, we have this little support bracket right here. You have to remove this too before you put the Stealth unit on, or it'll hold it too far away from the throttle body. You got to remove these two Allens to take this off, and they're actually 5mm Allens. Before we put our Stealth backing plate on, we have to do a couple of things to it. We have to put this little trim piece on here. It's going to go on the back. One hole is going to go over the little peg, and it comes with a screw. We'll throw a little thread locker on it, and we'll put it in there. What this little trim piece does, it covers up this little part of your throttle by wire, this servo for the throttle blade. It'll cover that up so it doesn't hang down. The other thing we'll have to do is we'll have to make sure we get this O-ring set in here before we go putting the rest of this on. So we'll go ahead and get our trim piece in, make sure our O-rings sit in there nice, and then we'll start to put the backing plate on. Okay, now that we have this on there, we're going to put it up here, start our 3 small screws in the throttle body, and we're going to put our breather bolts in. We're going to want to put thread locker on all of those, but the other thing we're going to want to do is check our spacing behind this plate and the head. They give you plenty of these washers. Ours looks like it's just going to take 1 washer behind here to space it correctly, but if you have too much play between the plate and this head, you want to use it more than 1 washer. And then we're going to feed them through our Stealth backing plate. And then we're going to add a washer to the back side of each one of these. We're going to go ahead and start these in the head. So if this is sitting flush up against your throttle body, with 1 washer on there, I don't have any gap between the head and the Stealth backing plate here. If I had a gap, I would need to add more washers. They give you plenty of washers to put behind there. I just need 1. If I had this tight up against the throttle body and there was a gap in between here that I didn't think would tighten up, we'd need to add another washer. We're looking good, so we're just going to loosely tighten these breather bolts, and then the throttle body bolts, we're going to put some thread locker on, we'll tighten them up, and then we'll tighten the breather bolts up. Okay, we're going to put our screws into our throttle body, and then we're going to torque down our breather bolts to 22 foot-pounds. Okay, now we'll get our air filter element and our teardrop, and we'll get them on there. Now, something different with the mini teardrop, the regular Stealth, you don't use there used to be a circular plate that went on here and then a cover would go on. You don't need that circular plate anymore. So the air filter goes on there, make sure it's seated good, and then we'll put the mini Stealth cover on there. We'll put our 2 Phillips screws in there. We want to make sure we get some Loctite on those so they don't come jumping out on us while we go down the road. Simple as that. Classic look, classic made in America horsepower from the folks at S&S. As always, if you like what you see here, please subscribe to us. Have any questions, you can feel free to comment in the comment section, or you can chat with us online or call us on our 800 number. Now, go work on those motorcycles.